She texted me, "Don't worry, it's just a girls' night." Her tone was casual, almost teasing, but something in her words made my chest tighten. I replied, "Then why is he in room 331 waiting?" My thumb hovered over the keyboard for a moment before I sent it. I didn't want to come across as controlling, yet I couldn't ignore the sudden unease that had settled in my gut. I've known Emily for 4 years. She's vibrant, magnetic, and the kind of woman everyone notices the moment she enters a room. We've had our share of ups and downs, but I always trusted her. Or at least, I thought I did. She's never been one to hide things, at least not until recently. The past few months had been different. Late nights out with friends, secretive phone calls, a subtle change in the way she looked at me. Like I was just an observer in her life, not a partner. I wanted to ignore it, chalk it up to stress or a busy week, but something told me I couldn't. The night she left for the girls' night, I watched her from the doorway, suitcase in hand, her eyes sparkling with excitement. Jessica, her best friend, waved from the car, and Megan and Rachel followed suit, their laughter floating across the driveway. I smiled, forcing myself to believe it was innocent fun, but my mind wouldn't let go. Room 331. The text message replayed in my head. The name, the number. Why had she mentioned him at all? I tried to distract myself. I poured a drink, scrolled through emails, anything to silence the creeping anxiety. But every notification, every ping from my phone felt like a countdown to the truth. I wasn't ready to confront. I imagined scenarios. Emily laughing in some hotel lobby, holding a drink, her hand brushing his. But I forced myself to breathe, telling myself it was paranoia. It had to be. Yet, deep down, I knew better. My instincts, honed over years of observing people and reading subtle tells, screamed at me. There was a fracture in our world that night, subtle but undeniable. And I had to find out exactly where that fracture led. I decided not to confront her immediately. Patience, I reminded myself, was my strongest weapon. If there was something going on in room 331, I needed to see it clearly, without emotion clouding the facts. My experience taught me that the truth rarely revealed itself in moments of anger or panic. It always came quietly through small details, subtle movements, and overlooked patterns. As the evening wore on, I tried to focus on work, but my mind kept drifting back to her text. I remembered the way she had avoided eye contact the last time we had discussed plans for the weekend. The slight hesitation in her voice when I asked about her friends. Every laugh she forced, every story she told that didn't quite add up. It all converged into a single uneasy thought. Something was wrong, and I needed to uncover it. I grabbed my coat and headed toward the hotel, convincing myself I was doing nothing more than ensuring she was safe. Of course, safety was a convenient pretense. I wanted answers. I parked across the street, the neon lights reflecting off the wet pavement, and watched the entrance. Couples, groups of friends, a few late-night travelers moved past, oblivious to the tension I carried with me. I texted her again, casual this time. "Hope you're having fun. Don't stay out too late." The read receipt appeared instantly, and for a moment I convinced myself she was telling the truth. But then I saw him. Just beyond the revolving doors, a man in a dark suit leaned casually against the wall, his gaze sweeping the lobby until it landed on her. My pulse quickened. I didn't recognize him immediately, but the way he looked at her, the familiarity, the way she instinctively returned the gesture was enough. My chest tightened, and a cold clarity set in. Room 331. That text wasn't a casual mention. It wasn't a joke. I stayed in my car a few more minutes, weighing my options. Do I confront her now? Do I wait until she returns, watch, and gather more evidence? My mind was a whirlwind of disbelief and betrayal. But the part of me that had built my life on trust and observation kept calm. Whatever was about to happen, I would face it with clarity. The truth, however painful, had to come out. I waited until the elevator dinged softly, signaling the man's departure to room 331. She stepped out moments later, laughing, brushing her hair back casually as if nothing had happened. My hands gripped the steering wheel, knuckles white. I followed her at a distance, careful not to draw attention, my mind racing with questions and the growing weight of what I was about to discover. Back at the car, I finally made the decision to confront her, not with anger, but with facts. When she slid into the passenger seat, her smile faltered slightly, sensing something different in my silence. "Everything okay?" she asked, trying to break the tension. I looked at her, calm but unwavering. "You mentioned room 331. Who's he?" My voice was steady, controlled, the kind that demands truth without raising its volume. Her eyes widened, then darted away. A small tremor in her hand betrayed her composure. "It's nothing," she said softly. "Just someone from work." Her words were insufficient, and I didn't let her finish. I leaned closer. "I saw him in the lobby waiting for you. Don't lie to me, Emily." The truth tumbled out after a moment of silence. She admitted it, a mixture of guilt and fear spilling over. I listened, absorbing each word with the same calm detachment I had maintained throughout the evening. It was painful, yes, but it also confirmed what I had sensed, what my instincts had been warning me all along. I didn't yell, I didn't beg. I simply looked at her and said, "I trusted you. That trust is gone now. I need to step away." The words felt heavier than anything I had spoken in years. I opened the car door, the night air cool against my face, and walked away, leaving the betrayal and the lies behind. As I walked down the street, a strange sense of liberation washed over me. The pain was sharp, raw, but it was also honest. I had confronted the truth, faced it head on, and chosen myself over the deception. Emily's choices were hers alone, and I would no longer carry the burden of someone else's lies. Sometimes life forces you into moments like this, not to punish you, but to reveal who you truly are and what you are willing to accept. That night, AITA, I discovered my own strength and my own limits. Trust is a fragile thing. Once broken, it cannot simply be repaired with empty promises. You either walk away or you stay to be deceived again. I chose to walk.